Hey all, Lee Henkin here today. So, short video where I really just want to talk about, I guess, like the key pillars of a successful outbound lead generation campaign. Doesn't matter the channel, it could be like cold email, voicemail drops, LinkedIn, whatever, DMs on social media. Pretty much they all need these three like key pillars or characteristics, whatever you want to call them. This is what I've noticed through experience, doing a lot of outbound lead gen campaigns as well. So yeah, really without these three pillars in place, like lead gen just won't be as successful or fruitful as it could be. So yeah, it's really important, really just key fundamentals. Basically, you gotta have in place. So the first pillar essentially is just a well detailed and well laid out ICP. This is a very core fundamental of marketing in general. So ideal client profile, like knowing the different personas within that, segments, stuff like that. Like really understanding your audience, basically. So because you could have the same audience, let's just say it's like restaurants you're targeting, but you might have different personas within that. So like the CEO versus the head of online sales, is they're both probably going to have slightly nuanced pain points and challenges. So you really need to understand the audience, like understand the different types of decision makers within that audience, understand how each of those personas are going to have different pain points, challenges, frustrations, things like that. Understand kind of what the ideal future desired solution is for them. Like, what do they want? What do they need more than anything else? Like, just really understanding your market, basically, and just understanding them deeply. Like, that's really the first core key pillar of a successful outbound lead generation campaign, okay? Because pretty much everything you do in terms of like your messaging and your offer packaging will just flow on from that. So that's the first pillar. Second pillar is the offer itself. So basically an offer that's aligned with that ICP and the personas, like what you know and have found out about them, that I just covered a moment ago. This is how you ensure that there will be demand for an offer if you just simply align it with what you already know about that ICP in terms of their pains, challenges, frustrations, the desired results, outcomes they want. That's really how you create demand for an offer. Okay, you just simply align it with what already exists in the market. Okay, so that's the second core pillar. Really important. Really important to make sure you can identify how it's unique, how it's going to help them overcome those pains, challenges, and get them to the thing that they want. And that's just really important to make sure that alignment's there, because if you're running lead gen campaigns in a saturated market and you don't align your offer effectively with what they want and need, you're just not going to get the response you want. It's like just pretty difficult, to be honest, especially today. Marketing's more competitive than ever. And if you're trying to run a basic offer that has nothing really special about it and has no alignment with the ICP in a saturated market, you're just not going to get results. So that's the second core pillar. Third core pillar, I would say, would be like the sales process. Really having like a defined kind of process to follow. Like once you've got the conversation started. So I'd say this goes all the way back to even just how you're handling like those initial responses you get from outbound, regardless of the channel. Obviously someone's asking for a call, that's pretty easy to get those booked most of the time. So yeah, so there should be some kind of process, like in terms of getting a meeting booked and then after the meeting's booked. Like how are you qualifying the lead on the discovery or sales call? What are the steps like once you've determined they're a good fit? What are you going to be doing? Like, what's their buying intent? Like, you should have some kind of process that you follow to really push them through your sales process and move them to being a closed deal as fast as possible, and overcoming kind of any skepticisms and objections and things like that, which is kind of stuff you should think about in advance anyway, to be honest. So yeah, that's kind of really I'd say the 3 core pillars of a successful outbound campaign. Yeah, I mean, when I think of like just all the successful outbound lead gen campaigns I've run, I'd say they really all have those 3 kind of components in place. And it's not necessarily, you're not necessarily going to get to that though straight away. I'd say actually in most cases you're probably not. But once you do, like for an optimized outbound system, they're really like the 3 core pillars you need to go through. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you got any questions, let me know. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate the support. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.